What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, the story I want to talk to you guys about today, man, it's out of West Feliciana Parish, Louisiana. Shout out. And it's involving this man right here who's no longer with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, his name is Stephen Harris. He was a Southern University student, and I think he was in the band. I'm sure of it. This guy's no longer with us because these three people right here are arrested and accused in conspiring his death. One of these women that you see up here is the baby mother of Mr. Harris, and they were going through a bitter custody dispute. Ladies and gentlemen, the story goes as follows. On June 17th, this guy, Mr. Harris, was missing. A body believed to be his was found in Wilkinson County, Mississippi. According to the county coroner, the body had multiple gunshot wounds. Now, on the 25th, which is 2 days ago, police arrested Derek Terrell Hollins Jr., age 21. These three people pictured here. Kalisha Jack, age 20. And Aaliyah Martin, the one with the bad hair, she's 21 years old. All these were arrested this past Thursday. The way they did this dude was dirty. And I mean, I know things happen in, like, you know, custody battles, just like a divorce. It can be bitter. And it can be a lot of feelings. But the way they did this guy and at the timing that they did it is unexcusable. Take a look at this story and we'll come back and talk about it. It's some cool people out here. Nothing matters more than the life of that child. And both people are needed, but some people don't see it that way. Take a look.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. First on News 2 at 6 o'clock, 3 people accused of plotting the death of former Southern University band member Stephen Harris have been arrested in West Feliciana Parish.
News 2's Joe Collins here with what we've been able to find out.
Michael, Sylvia, on the screen next to me are the booking photos of the 3 people West Feliciana deputies arrested. Each of them has been booked with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Harris's ex-girlfriend, Aaliyah Martin, is one of the 3 people booked with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder in West Feliciana Parish. An investigation continues in Wilkinson County, Mississippi, where authorities say Harris was shot to death. Sheriff Brian Spillman says they have strong evidence that Martin, 21, Derek Terrell Hollins Jr., also 21, and 20-year-old Kalisha Jack conspired to lure Stephen Harris to his death. Martin and Harris were in a custody fight over their son and were scheduled for a hearing the day after he disappeared.
He was due to return Thursday to be in court on that day for a custody hearing. He did not return. They became concerned because it was important that he be there to him and the family. And they suspected that because he was not answering his phone that he, something may have happened to him.
Spielman says they believe Hollins used a Glock handgun with a fully automatic switch to kill Harris. The body believed to be Harris's was discovered Tuesday afternoon in Wilkinson County, Mississippi, with multiple gunshot wounds. The investigative unit learned that Harris and Martin had both filed domestic violence temporary restraining orders against each other in 2022. Martin, in her restraining order request, told the court Harris kicked her while she was trying to wake him up. She said he poured motor oil on top of her car, then attacked her. Harris, who responded with a request for a restraining order of his own, had a different story of that encounter. He says he ignored her when she tried to wake him up, and she then threw glass at the wall. Martin then locked herself in her car, destroying his musical instruments from the Southern University marching band. Harris said he went inside and cried. Harris claimed Martin also went to his band director to spread lies about him to get his scholarship revoked. Spillman says Mississippi authorities are pursuing charges in this case. However, they believe the plan to commit this crime was hatched in Louisiana and began in West Feliciana Parish. Michael?
Guys, there you have it. It says Mr. Harris was a sophomore and a criminal justice major in a statement from the university. Officials said he was last enrolled in Southern this past fall. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about this and from how I see it. And he's not here, she is. It's amazing to me how you have a child and you don't put that child first. Now, granted, they was going through a custody battle. And he disappeared. They said he disappeared a day before his court date. So I don't know how they lured him down that dirt road, but that's a hell of a place to die. It's like a certain level of respect people have for each other, even though they don't like each other no more, when they had good times before they turned bad. And that's one thing I want to key on in this video. It wasn't always bad between Miss Martin and Mr. Harris. But somewhere down the line, the relationship seemed like it turned abusive. They both had restraining orders against each other. And they had a baby at the same time. Who knows what caused that whole thing? Right now, it's not even worth thinking about. But what's messed up is, how do you get two other people, one of them a woman, to go along with your plan to kill your baby's father? She didn't pull the trigger. She got this guy right here, Derek Hollins, 21 years old, to do it. They said he shot, supposedly they think he shot with a Glock with a switch on it. So it's like he just machine gunned the shit out of this dude in a dark road. He had no dealings with making that baby. Why are you even involved in that? So this guy was a criminal justice major in school. So I guess he's doing it according to the court and doing it the right way. For some odd reason, I think she was the problem, because why would you kill this guy in fear of losing your child? If you was a woman, a lot of times, if you was the mother and you was doing your good motherly things you're supposed to be doing, you wouldn't have no worries about the baby getting taken away from you. Talking about the thing. Said he poured motor oil on the car and set it on fire or some kind of crap like that. And she said she locked herself in the car and broke his instruments up. I think one came before the other. He answered the questions. She said, oh, he kicked me. He said, well, I was ignoring you when you was trying to wake me up. You know what I'm saying? And then it started from there. I think all of that stuff was one straight incident. But either way, man, the baby's more important. I'm going to tell you something, man. I've been in situations where I had, ex-wives or baby mamas. And we got into it. I don't physically deal with that. But a lot of times, from a standpoint of a male, and a lot of you guys can say this in the comment section, it's true. A lot of times, if a woman knows you passive and won't do nothing to her, a lot of times they'll try to do stuff to bait you into hitting them or something like that. And sometimes you ain't gonna do nothing. Sometimes walking away is hard. And that's the thing in these domestic violence cases that I sometimes forget to say. It's hard to walk away sometimes from somebody that's belligerent and has a violent nature. We don't know what kind of threats was issued on both sides, especially with dealing with a child. And I remember how I was at 21 years old when I first had my first kid. I was very protected. You know what I'm saying? It's certain phases you go through in life. And they was in just that phase. But under no conditions do you destroy the father of your child and get other people involved. This girl, Kalisha Jack, the little one, I don't know what role she played. Are they relatives of Miss Martin, or they just friends? Either way, you pay attention. She got a man to kill another man that had nothing to do with it, and him like a sucker did it. So I don't get no respect to that. This girl in the middle, I don't know if she was the girlfriend. Man, it don't even fucking matter. All I know is that a dude is dead. And not only did he die, part of the child died too because of the development. Now, look at the whole big picture. All this out of anger. They was going through the legal system. Boom, some foul play. The mom is gone. The father's definitely gone. And two other idiots that shouldn't have been into that shit, encouraging that shit. I wish a woman would come to me. I want you to kill my baby daddy. Are you fucking out of your mind? Are you stupid? That shows the level of respect she had for you and your freedom and your development as a person. And then you got another girl that's willing to go with that? All three of them lured this man. That's the part that's sad. You lured this man. It wasn't always bad. But for some reason, the draw to destroy him was so great, everything else went out the window. I want you to think about that. The level of hate that people have for each other, whether they're intimate or not, takes us to levels where most people with rational thought can't even conceive or believe. The mother, by herself, single-handedly messed up the development of her own damn child. I wonder if it was worth it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. May Stephen Harris rest in peace.